Parshas Vayakel, first pasuk. Vayakel Moshe kol adas bnei Yisrael lemar zeh. So I heard this once. Originally, first time I ever heard it was from Rabbi Fabian Schoenfeld. Zatzal was the Rav of the Young Israel of Kew Garden Hills, and never forgot it. What was the date of this Vayakel, this momentous gathering together of all of Klal Yisrael? It was the 11th day of Tishrei, and actually it's pointed out by Rashi. Rashi says, Vayakel Moshe, Machros Yom Kippurim. The question is, what are we to learn from that? What are we to gain from the fact that we know that this happened the day after Yom Kippur? So it's rather astonishing to think about all of the ramifications of this one observation. Number one, Moshe Rabbeinu had just come down after doing a momentous accomplishment. He had single-handedly brought about the kapar for Klal Yisrael for the Egel with Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur for all generations would no longer be just the 10th day of Tishrei, but the day of kapara. The day is and that was a tremendous accomplishment. What do you do the day after Yom Kippur? You say, I worked so hard now, I need a little vacation. No. The Torah says you don't go to vacation the day after Yom Kippur. You get to work and you build a Mishkan. You get to work and continue the avodah, they continue to climb up to the higher and higher level of Kedusha. Yom Kippur is great, and the day after Yom Kippur is even greater. It's one interesting observation. That was the observation that he made. Another very interesting observation is brought down in a sefer called Elulais Ephraim. We know that one of the requirements for Yom Kippur is, besides doing teshuvah, and besides asking Hashem for a kapara for ben adam lamakom, we also have to do teshuvah and have a kapara for ben adam lachavero. Ben adam lachavero can only happen if you go around and make up with all the people that you may have offended or that you've not been able to talk to. You have to be mafayis them and talk to them and make up and bring about achdus in Yisrael. The pasuk is telling you that that's not only for Erev Yom Kippur, that's for the day after Yom Kippur as well. What we have to do is continue that. Being Vayakel is kol adas bnei Yisrael. We have to all work together to be together. That's each and every one of us has that job to do the day after Yom Kippur. There are many reasons why Rashi points out to us, and the fact that we make note of the fact that the tzavah, the kehillah, the bringing together of Klal Yisrael by Moshe Rabbeinu was on Yod Aleph Tishrei. An additional aspect of the parsha is the connection between Shabbos and the binyan of the Mishkan. What did we do after Yom Kippur? We built the Mishkan, a most fascinating and magnificent miniature of what eventually was going to become the Beis HaMikdash. They were there with this Mishkan for 40 years in the Midbar, and they continued using those kelim until the Beis HaMikdash was built by David HaMelech. Not by David HaMelech, but his son Shlomo. He put together the pieces to get it done, and Shlomo built it. That was a long period of time. But in the great course of history, when we look back, to us it seems only a very short period of time, hundreds of years. What can we do now to maintain and to continue the effect and the hashpah of the Beis HaMikdash in our long galus, where we have no Beis HaMikdash? What's the mitzvah that Vayakel brings down to us? Shabbos Kodesh, which is eternal, which can never be taken away from us, no matter how difficult the situation is. That is our ability, that gives us the ability to continue our climb in Kedusha. Each and every Shabbos that we have, and we should appreciate and cherish each and every Shabbos, which we do, gives us the same opportunity to continue doing our avodah, to fulfilling the mitzvahs, and to fulfill HaKadosh Baruch Hu's promised us on Har Sinai that we will continue to be makabel the Torah through the Mishkan, Beis HaMikdash, and through Shabbos. So this is a wonderful way to start Parshas Vayakel, because all the Mefarshim ask, what does Shabbos have to do with the building of the Mishkan? And there's 5 million answers to that question. It's a great kasha. But this is one that resonates with me, and that is that Shabbos is our opportunity to continue doing what we'd like to do with a Beis Mikdash, without a Beis Mikdash. Yud Aleph Tishrei teaches us that we have to continue our work of Yom Kippur, and the fact that Shabbos is the first part of the parsha is a reflection of the fact that Shabbos gives us the opportunity of having the Mishkan eternally. Get Shabbos.